Hi, Payal. I'm happy to see that you've written an essay for us. Great job. Let's take a look and see what you wrote. In this era of globalization, the number of countries investing in international marketing campaigns has risen drastically. It is often argued that this approach has negative impacts or on local culture. Sorry, didn't see that N. While opponents believe that it is beneficial for the economic growth of the nations, as well as for exchange of cultures among them. Okay? This essay will justify both points of view and examine the reasons how both viewpoints are justified. So what are you trying to say? You're trying to take an equal position here? How both viewpoints are justified? Um, it's probably a good idea to side more with one than the other. They have asked you for your opinion. I would like you to try to at least a little bit sway in one direction, if at all possible. Maybe if we read your essay, we'll find that, in fact, you are a little more convincing with one of the two sides. So let's take a look. Okay, to begin with, the growing international trade. I don't really care for the here. It seems a little awkward. So, to begin with, growing international trade is hindering the importance of local culture. Is it hindering the importance or is it just hindering local culture? Do you see the difference? So let's try it. To begin with, growing international trade is hindering local culture in the host countries. The indigenous people are getting more allured towards the foreign products because of exposure to million-dollar flashy advertisements by multinational corporations. Okay, this is awkward, are getting more allured. I think what you're really trying to say is they find themselves more attracted. That's probably a better word here. The indigenous people, and the indigenous is a little, I don't know about that. Let's see. How about just the citizens of these countries find themselves very attracted to foreign products because of exposure to flashy million-dollar advertisements. I think the order of your adjectives is wrong. Consequently, they have more knowledge of the international brands instead of their own local market products. For instance, according to a recent report in the Tribune, the citizens of India were more aware about American brand Zara, by the way, it's Spanish, not American, instead of having information about their local specialties. Okay, so what are you trying to tell us here? That it's a hindrance, it's an invasion? Okay, I can see how it's a negative, but is it all right, I guess more or less you've said that it is kind of invasive. All right, let's move on. There is another school of thought which states that this international trade, not trading, well, international trading. No, trade would be better. When you have the noun, just, use the noun as opposed to an ing. Okay, so there is another school of thought which states that this international trade brings valuable benefits for the host country, territories. The inhabitants are exposed to ethics and traditions of other countries, as well as get in sync with the global trends. Global trends. Let's see. Okay, as a result, the latest ideas and innovations as can be spread rapidly across the world, thus encouraging more development. For example, a recent survey by the UK government has shown that more youth entered the technology field after Apple's iPhone international marketing campaign. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the conclusion before I give you my final kind of analysis. All right, so in conclusion, I opine that this foreign trade has both merits and demerits. In future, if government continues to extend this globalization trend while preserving the governments continue to expand this globalization trend while preserving the integrity of the local culture, will help in promoting the economic growth of the world as a whole. Okay, fine. Let's say, as I said before, I really did want you to take a position. Okay, you took the middle road absolutely. Okay, I mean, you more or less justified it. So, like I said in the beginning, I wasn't really too thrilled with you doing that. I wanted you to, at least to some extent, lean in one direction, but it's fine because even the way you developed it, you were pretty balanced. Now, there's one thing I wasn't really super happy with. It was this paragraph because remember, the essay asked you about language, culture, and ideas, I think was what it said. You didn't really cover language. You barely skimmed culture. You mostly talked about ideas, like things like technology. So I felt like you could have added just a little something more here. That was my feeling because you didn't really answer all the areas that the prompt asked you to. Okay, it wasn't like a language, culture, or ideas, but it was language, culture, and ideas, and you didn't really do that very successfully. Let's see. This was fine. You had an interesting argument. I liked it actually. So it was successful. On the whole, you did a good job. There were grammatical things throughout, but I corrected them throughout the essay. I think there was a lot of problems with your articles. I mean, putting a lot of thes in front of plurals where you didn't really need them. There are rules about that, so definitely review some. Um, okay, so I'd like to see more essays from you. I hope that you will continue to send us essays. I hope you sign up to a package of essay corrections or something so that we can help you improve. Or, of course, there's always the online course that you can look at as well if that fits your needs. So good luck. I hope to see more of your essays and keep us updated on how you do.